Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of January 31st, 2018. Yes, it is a fifth week this week, so not a ton of comics came out this week, but some really good comics came out. So, and a couple you want to be on the lookout for. So, yeah. So first up, we have Dark Knight's Metal, number 5. Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo's awesome series. I went ahead and read it. Love it. I need to go back and reread Metal. There's so much in it that I feel I lose something issue to issue, but it's really good stuff. So I can't wait to see how it all wraps up. So we're coming up to that. Next up, we have the Flash Annual number 1. This is the prelude to the Flash War. If you like Flash or you're curious about the Flash War stuff, definitely pick this up because it's the prelude to the Flash War event that's happening a little later this year. I read it. It's really good. Focuses on Wally West. So if you like Wally West, then check it out. Next up, we have Harley Quinn number 36. This continues the Bat Harley story. It's okay. It's pretty good. I can see where the author's going to set up some stuff, but Harley, it's still fun. So next up, we have Mystic U number 2 of 3. The first one was interesting, so I picked up the second one. If you like the Mystic characters in the DC universe, I would recommend picking it up. But overall, it's just okay. Next up, we have Outcast number 33. This is part 2 of the Invasion story arc that's going on. I love Outcast. It's a slow burn, but it's a really good book. So if you have not yet checked it out, I do recommend going and grabbing that first trade. Next up, we have Star Wars Forces of Destiny, Rose and Paige. Get this for my daughter so we can read it together. Hopefully we'll do it at some point. So that's it. Technically for my pull list this week. Actually, I forgot to grab Detective Comics Annual number 1, which I'm going to go pick up on here in a little bit. Yeah, so that's the only thing I missed grabbing this week. I did grab some of the variants. Dark Knight Metal had 4 covers total, so here's the rest of them. The Tony Daniel cover. Here is the Andy Kubrick cover right there. And of course the Jim Lee Wonder Woman cover right there. Harley had a Frank Cho variant, so I snagged that one up for issue 36. I did grab 2 DC books that are out this week that you might want to check out if you're curious. But for me, I went ahead and read them this week. The first one is Justice League Doom Patrol Special, Milk Wars Part 1. I tried reading the Young Animal stuff, but it was just too weird and out there, and it wasn't up my alley. This is pretty much the same thing. It's not that it's bad, it's just I understand the concept that they're going for, but I'm not necessarily enjoying the way they went about it. So, but if you're curious about Milk Wars, check it out. First issue comes out for today, so check it out. And we have a new DC New Age of Heroes book, and this is the one that I'm not too keen on, but I read it, and that's the Silencer from Romita Jr. and Abnett. Overall, it wasn't a bad issue. Again, I think whoever inks Romita Jr. has a really tough time because they have to make it look good. This didn't look bad. It's very Hit Girl esque, but for the most part I did enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to put it on my pull list, but if I'm able to read it, I'll keep reading it. But I really don't feel that this is going to be a strong book going out. It feels like it's just going to be a mini and done, but that's okay. So I did grab a graphic novel that came out this week, or what you would call a graphic novel, and that's the DC Superhero Girls A Date with Disaster. Basically for me and my daughter to look through. So we finally got my copy of this in, so I was able to pick that up, and that is Batman and the Outsiders, the Volume 1 hardcover. I've never actually read this all the way through. I have read it all the way through technically with the Batman and Outsiders showcase that they had years and years ago, but it was all black and white, so I'm really hoping to dive into Batman and Outsiders in color. That's my favorite team, is the Outsiders, and my favorite character is Geoforce. So gonna dive into that. And Volume 2 comes out at some point. So yeah. And being it's the last week of the month, don't forget that your local shop will either have a copy for you to look at or have copies for you to buy, and that is the previews for February 2018, number 353. So this is going to have everything that's coming out in a couple, or for, when is this stuff coming out? April. So check it out. Most shops should have a copy you can peruse through. You can also peruse through online if you want. I believe it's previewsworld.com. Is that what it is? Let me see. Or previews.com, or no, previewsworld.com. I was right. So you can go check it out there. There's also the subsequent Marvel previews for you to grab, and Image Plus is out as well. We've actually gotten a new POS system at Comics Conspiracy called Comics Hub. It's this cool little basically POS that's connected to an online website and also to an app. Let me actually bring up the app for you and show you what it entails. But basically, it's like you can manage your pull list from it and all that wonderful stuff. But yeah, they have this app that you basically can go in and look through stuff and order product, all that stuff. It says put it in your cart and place order. That basically means you're putting it on hold. Yeah, we've been going through, and you can see the stuff that comes out next week in their next week section there. So you can scroll through that and see what's going on. But it's a really cool system. It makes ordering previews really great because I can look through previews and then I can go onto the app, because the app actually will have this previews in it for me to order from. So I just put it through the app and boom, it goes over to Comics Conspiracy and they can get it ordered for me. So yeah, that's pretty cool stuff. So that's pretty much it for this week. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle is @Brocksager. Leave your comments in the comment section below. You can listen to me also on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 342. I believe 342 or 343. I can't remember. It'll be in the link the actual number will be in the link, or a link in the description. So check that out. Yeah, you can help me and my fellow conspirators out at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food every so often, and getting products. So we do appreciate all our Patreon backers. Thank you very much. And please keep giving us a little bit to help. It all helps out. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I have a bunch of errands to run, so I'm going to cut this short, but you'll be watching this later after I upload it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.